All right then. Because I too can't think of anything other to do right now than to press play and go live in this ace game deciding frame of this best of 5 contest to decide who goes into round 3 of the Ultimate Team Tournament. In the north side, we have Luvnest and Momo for show.
And the south, Sully and Stark on double OKW.
Double OKW.
So, Luvnest doing his tier 2 with the Maxims again.
He's indeed going for the exact same thing that's worked for him, kind of.
And the double sturm. What it is worth mentioning this time is the double sturm is on Momo's spawn side, not Luvnest this time.
Interesting.
So the Maxims might not just be constantly getting flanked by sturms this game.
But they might ignore their right side and just go for it.
It looks like they're both going left. That's really interesting. Everyone's just ignored the right.
Indeed.
That's seriously strange. You might want to send one unit over there.
Thinking about it. Stern Pioneers take that central victory point location. And Momo and Luvnest surely must know what they're in for now.
Yeah, they're going to have to hopefully notice at some point. I guess the Maxim will swing it because MGs are really good on crossing first 10 minutes.
This rifleman's got difficult.
The double sturms, it's so menacing.
Oh god, 8 men all with Sturmgewehrs. So much DPS. Poor rear echelon.
Those REs. They're just gonna have to retreat instantly while they're done.
Everything on that side right now has to retreat instantly.
Yeah, this is everything is just Sturms in the house, it's just on the retreat, but that's just nothing went right either. This is a horrible start for Luvnest and Momo.
Yep, absolutely. And the fuel is now connected for the south side as well.
Oof. They got so much value out of this double sturm every game.
It's been ridiculous. It's the new meta already, I think. I can't, you know.
He's just doing it so well. Like he just waits for his moment and then flanks around.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's true breakthrough kind of blitzkrieg tactics.
Both fuels from it too. This is really not good for Luvnest and Momo.
No. Folks Grenadiers behind the van as well, waiting for the rifleman. But Luvnest and Momo have done it once on Rails and Meppel.
Yeah.
They can do it again. If they get majorly set back, they know they can fight back. But it's like a razor's edge 50-50 call. And that's providing they can actually get back into the game. They had a few minor miracles.
They're gonna be no fuel for a while by the look of it. It's gonna be hard for them to get good engagements with just Maxims and Riflemen.
This strat is brutal. They lost victory point control and they are succumbing to it once more.
So hard. I mean, there's just 3 sturms. And nothing can deal with that first 5 minutes of the game.
I think a lot of it has to go on Luvnest's choice of Maxims. It pushes you back.
I agree. I mean, even a sniper, and then you can just punish him a bit by picking off the sturm models, maybe. With the Maxims, it's just a really slow start.
It is.
You have a mortar out though, so they can slowly creep onto the map now.
Notice that Momo Show and Luvnest are having to group up in order to blob away the superior DPS units. And yet again, Luvnest and Momo are left wanting a miracle, this time without a single fuel under their command, much like that earlier G1 Elst Outskirts game so many hours ago. They're left without fuel and without control.
I can kind of see what they're thinking, where you have the Maxims backing up the Riflemen, but the Riflemen just drop so quickly to all the Sturms, and then the Maxims are a bit stranded. Got LT coming out very late. I wonder if they'll go for an M20 because he's so fuel strapped this game.
Possibly.
Instead of the half drive.
Just anything to get him.
Yeah, just to get him a bit of map so they can play the sides. They can't play the sides at all with this Maxim build.
No.
I mean, this double sturm just hard counters this Maxim start.
It really does. It's you wouldn't have, well, you would think it because it just takes so much longer to get the tier 2 and then to get the 260 manpower Maxim out. By that point, you've got 8 Sturmgewehrs in your face.
Yeah.
It's important to note, by the way, it's not a no-skill tactic or strategy. You have to evade.
Like that was a really
sight.
smart flank. Like he waited until everyone pushed up to that kind of river line, and then he went around through mid. It was really smart.
It was smart indeed. You have to pull it off. You have to flank. You have to evade.
Maxim's getting flanked on the central cutoff right now.
Oh, it's burning. They're tanking that
ambulance
first flames.
is gonna be really helpful. That ambulance can actually kind of just stay pushed out a bit more. They haven't had a fuel point capped yet. 6 minutes in.
For some
already
reason,
down
this
100
Maxim
VPs.
stayed in the flames for so long. It's packing up now. Could get taken down. Does indeed. Rifleman saved the day.
Momo is getting that mine, so that's a nice. Feels good.
Yeah, just about.
Might sweep the other mine as well. I think that's something he's picked up on getting the early sweeper because the 3 Sturms just plant so many mines at the start of the games.
They do indeed.
Usually they've been placed on them.
Luvnest locks in guard, motor coordination tactics, our first pick of the day. Of the game, rather.
I'd be surprised if we see the exact same commanders as the other times. 2 Vox are getting ready to push the fuel on the left. There's an LT, they could hop in the house. Oh, he's still in.
Nice push in combination from Sully and Stop. They're like one living, breathing organism.
Yeah. That LT's not looking too great right now. Luvnest did go for the 120 first though with the guard squad. So that's even less capping power they have now. He's building the AT gun for this flat cap track.
Rifleman.
It was Stuka, but no flat cap track this time. He's just going straight for the leaks. These support guns.
Interesting. Stukas of Foos in the 7th minute. That's incredible.
That's really... I mean, we saw that one get to vet 4 with 70 kills or whatever it was, so... On this map as well, it's so hard to avoid the barrages.
It is. Such a channeled map.
I mean, this could just be devastating. Oh, it's on the right, not the left.
Oh, it was still devastating. Wiping a rifleman there.
Right. Perfect.
Let's check out the graphs there. Interestingly, Momo for show is still holding the team down, it would seem, but
Luvnest had surprisingly had kind of a better early game than he has had with this build. I've seen Momo suffering more this time, I think, especially losing that rifle now.
How on earth does Luvnest expect a 4 support weapon build to work against a 7-minute Stukazafus?
Yeah, it's just really slow. I mean, there are merits to it, I guess, and that you can kind of slowly creep out and hold onto the map with MGs, but it's just so slow.
It really
is. We do have that fuel on the right cap again, so they're getting little bits of fuel income.
Got Maxim setting up, Foch Grenadiers backpedaling.
Sort of recovered from this start.
They have.
This Stuka is really scary though.
It is.
It's just gonna ramp up and ramp up.
I mean, it's got such a funny name, Werferman. It sounds like a nice elderly neighbour or something, but it certainly isn't very friendly.
There's just so many mines going down. Sully just plants so many with this build.
It's such a high level game this has been. I mean, I'd almost...
Sully's build. Yeah. The first 5 minutes, you get so much done in the first 5 minutes of the game.
You do. The fuel that they're ahead by is quite significant.
It's actually really smart from Stark. He kind of noticed, oh, we're stupidly ahead on fuel. I'm just going to skip the flat half track and go straight from my tier 4 building. So it's going to be a really quick P4 maybe.
conscripts pushed away, but they have stabilised their position, and the Maxims are in position now to protect their gains. Foos opens up on the American.
On mid, on the model maybe?
Yes, on the
model. Oh, I just got it. A half track is out from Momo at 10 minutes. Jesus Christ, that's so
we haven't seen any adaptation of build orders or strategies at all.
Yeah, they're just kind of butting their heads against each other with these builds.
Yeah,
I mean, every time they've had a horrible early game with this build. You would have thought maybe a little bit of revision, but they're sticking with it.
Yeah, I mean, I
think they just, every time they were like, oh, we'll not lose to the 2 Sturms this time, and they just keep getting caught out every time.
But it's almost as though their playbook only has 1 page, you know? You've got to have more tricks up your sleeve. Plan B, they haven't had a plan B. And that's the beauty of the best of 5 series, you really do test the player's ability to adapt strategies, and
definitely.
I mean, if it was 1v1, you could change faction, and that would completely change the game. But as it is 2v2, you're expecting them to change strategy within what they utilize. You know.
So Sully is changing up his a bit, and he's gone for the breakthrough doctrine. So he got some Panzer Fusiliers out, and he has the option of GT late game to lock down the map.
There you go. So we have had slight adaptation by Panzer Fusiliers.
That vault
in this great cohesive tactical battle grouper.
Max range snipe from the cons, maybe.
Nearly had a.
Nah.
Well, I'm in awe of this tactical movement here. It's very Captain S. Price or possibly Paula-esque, you know. Utilizing breakthrough tactics.
He's using the breakthrough. I love it when people use those abilities.
What, the ones that never get used, except for when they do, and then it's
like,
wow.
Just never get used. You see it, it's like, oh.
Radio Silence is notorious for that.
Yeah, definitely. I actually don't think that was valuable at all, unless you're playing with someone that uses tac map.
Got my cursor back there. Oh, Stickers of Foos.
Whoa, that was supposed to be.
Too much. It's amazing how well that the Maxims have worked on this particular map at solidifying what they have. I mean, I suppose they're a bit more spread out this time.
Just one of the best MG maps in the game for sure. I mean, considering how bad the start was, they've actually stabilized really well now. But Stark's gonna have a P4 any minute now. He's gone for his quick tier 4 build.
AT options to counter it. Of course, we've got the Zis gun for Luvnest, who's also going for a T70, which won't help that much. And that's pretty much it.
There's guard button at me.
Oh, true.
Momo's A half-track play has been on point now. I think he's kept them alive pretty much every game apart from that first one.
Really do feel like we're in for a very long G5 here, Sidolio.
Yeah, it is looking like it.
It feels like I'm buckling down. We're only 13 minutes in, and we've had a long campaign, you and I, today, Sully. Been through some shit together.
I actually see how impactful a flak half track is.
Huge shot from the 120.
Skipped it. Skipped the flak half track this time, and they've kind of suffered quite a lot because of it, I think.
Are Sully and Stark suffering endurance issues here? Luvnest and Momo, who are, you know, they're long endurance players. They play huge streams. They've been accustomed to tournament gameplay, especially Luvnest, and you could be seeing a little bit of that coming through.
I mean, they're getting really pushed back now. They're really suffering for not having that Stark light vehicle this time.
Yeah.
That flak half track was doing so much work. Yeah, it's just not there. There is a P4 incoming.
Okay, that could be their battling back unit. Hits nothing except
that
trees.
time.
Bet 2 rifleman with a BAR.
Luvnest getting his tier 4 up. It will be a while until the allies have any medium or tank destroyer to deal with their Panzer IV. So that Stark recognizes that he might just go straight after this AA half track here because it's very overextended.
Some very decent forward mines by Luvnest there. just north of the hedgerows on the west side there.
Oh, on the left, the Stern might get chased by the T-70.
Could do. Alexis says
Luvnest micro on the right.
yeah, he still gets the superior stationary accuracy, I guess, but would have been nice to chase him down.
Alright, so that got a bit more behind the Panzer IV.
You broke up there. You sounded like you were scat singing. It was quite good, actually. Panzer IV, or something like that. We've just had mechanised come up for Luvnest, so tier 4 incoming.
Yeah. That con might be in some trouble if it stays though. That con is in a lot of trouble on the right. There's 3 squads cutting it off. Potentially.
Oh, I see, yeah.
4 squads.
That's, oh yeah, they're surrounding him. Jesus Christ, Tavares, get the hell out of there. If he survives this, I mean, he might do now.
Oh, the A half track's gonna be on that.
Stand by knees. Negative cover kicks in for a moment. Ooh, could have been worse.
Yeah, come on, there it is. Oh, I got an AT gun from Momo now as well, so there's enough stuff to stop the P4 being too aggressive.
Nice. Sully and Stark have had a fantastic series here. They're only temporarily on the back foot. They've got a crap ton of VPs, a great fuel push. Also, by the way, Sully, of course, has access to the YAG.
Oh, the ball. That's a dead ball. P4's getting some really nice shots.
Oh, Stukas a Foos. I thought it was on the retreat path, but it was still pretty good.
Almost.
Look at the drops, just 2 bazookas for those Panzer Fusiliers, and that's OP. 6-man squads with 80.
That's really, really sucks on them.
That is brutal.
Just dropped 100 munitions.
God. That's like a loot crate, you know. That's 6-man squads as well. That's like one of the most OP things. That's like OG Folks Grenadiers, you know.
They definitely are gonna wanna turn this VP situation around. They've been bleeding for ages now. They started to equalize from their good start. Kind of lost the big advantage that they gained by not going flak half track.
All quiet on the Western Front for now. We're relying on Luvnest and Momo to build these big breakthrough units that'll help them back into battle. Right now they're relying on AT guns, and they've just got tier 3 elements.
Luvnest getting his own medics this way. Momo's ambulance being right there. Might want to do some forward reinforce.
Is he actually doing that?
Yeah, getting his own meds. I'm not sure why. I think the only reason you do that is if you want to start using the ambulance somewhere else on the map.
I don't know, I just think that's 250 manpower. It's like a squad wipe, a self-squad wipe.
Yeah. Oh, P4. Oh my god. They just one-shot a 5-man rifleman. It was stood up against the wall. It was like against the wall, so the shot was...
Shame I missed that, but you would have thought...
Almost after one rifle now.
Do you know that happens a lot on the tip of those walls? Because it happens a lot on Crossroads north side. They just bunch up, and you'd think they're a cover, and they're just not.
You get the whole AoE of the shot if your squad's like backed up against something, rather than it's like spreading out behind you.
It's a cool mechanic in theory, but it doesn't really work that well in reality because it just beckons RNG.
Yeah. I suppose it's something you have to be aware of. Don't back up against the wall. Stuke is on the retreat path.
Lucky there for...
There's another Stuka though. He's doubled up.
Second barrage. That Royal... How has that engineer survived all that? It's literally...
I think that second Stukas I think is a really good choice. This is an old build that people like Crossfire and Brickman, people like that used to do. You just go double Stuka into a Yak Tiger and let your teammate do most of the heavy lifting.
Flare goes up just to give him vision. To allow this Ziz to get into better position, possibly for a nice cheeky barrage there. And it must be noted that Stark and Sully are in a pocket of resistance right now. They're
yeah. Just trying to kind of hold on to this mid area. Those two Maxims have just been sat there on the left all game, holding down the map. Surprised they haven't tried to dislodge them.
Kessel. Not quite reached boiling point yet. Just waiting for the pocket to be closed.
Momo's gonna want to kind of refresh his infantry army soon. He's basically got a rifleman and a lieutenant, and that's just everything that he has.
It's on the west. T-79, quick retreat by Stark. Still got plenty of life left in him.
Sully's getting a lot of use out of the breakthrough tactics to like quickly cap the map back.
Yeah, he is.
Really on point with that. It's capping 3 points, just activates it. Everything happens faster. Sherman out though.
Really nice. Sherman out indeed. Oh, he's could have capped that. Come on, get some balls. Just dart around a bit, jump around, you'll be fine.
P4 was going to go left, but it changed its mind when it saw the Sherman.
Right, Ubers. Oh! Brutalised there by the T-70. Changes his mind and takes out the said tank.
Stuka going in. The second one going in now as well.
Oh, that's a big barrage. This caught in two worlds, and both are a world of hurt. Shame nothing really happened. So one Stuka's got 19, the other's got 4. So quite a lot of kills. Very crossing in the woods. Elsewhere in the west.
I think they are gonna start to struggle with this build. Sully's gone. It looks like he's given up on the Yag Tiger. He's gonna try and get like a JP4 or a P4 out.
Okay.
Just put his Strayer up now instead of waiting.
We'll be waiting 3 more command points. And a Yag Panzer and a, you know, can do pretty much about 60% of the work a Yag Tiger can.
And there's less chance of you just losing the game to Mark vehicle.
Putting all Yags in one basket.
T-34 on the left. About to tank some American hits. It's already quite low HP. Nothing nearby though.
Bye for now. Panzer Fusiliers pushing in. Again, breakthrough tactics. This time not quite as elegant because we kind of got smashed a bit.
Sully's kind of struggling with all the MGs. He's got 7 infantry units, but no
Sully's
IG, no MG.
Fortunately for Sully, Stark has just stolen a Maxim on the west side, and the Maxim's now setting up and suppressing that combat engine.
Yeah.
Nice work there.
And that's Momo doing a good job of playing both sides. They got units on both sides, helping each other out. You're getting kind of the best of both factions on each side. Stuka going in now. Looks like it's on the left.
It's on the right.
It's on the right.
Didn't do much, just a little bit of geoforming. Trying to make a better world for the levels around they need and stuff. By levelling it. Half-Track's still alive, he's only got an 8 kills, but it was a fundamental unit earlier on, like a relic of days gone by when they needed it.
It's more just kind of suppressing and then leaving. Suppressing and leaving. Killing.
Souped up MG, I guess.
The P4's been marked, you might. Or is he just to scare it off?
Scaring it off. T-34
got a Panther out.
Nice.
We're on the start. So I'll fight the Sherman really well. And they, like everything that's out right now, it does really well with us. At least until the Jackson hits.
Panther highly sought after.
Oh, the Sherman! Oh! Alright. Oh, there's the HP to live.
Panther a highly sought after model of tank after the war, just because every Western country wanted to base their designs off it. Pretty much like a main battle tank, but 20 years before its time. Crazy.
Double Sherman versus Panther. It's not gonna be a great time for Momo. He's probably gonna just want to use his AT gun to zone the Panther and stay on HE with his Shermans.
We've got the battle lines are drawn. This is an ace game. Techi, very cagey, deciding ace frame between these two teams. They've struggled hard, they've fought well, and they have found themselves now 3.5 hours later in this game 5.
Oh, caddy on the left. Racking. Oh my god, I had
Just about surviving. Who's returns fire on this mortar, and the trees save the mortar's life. Major with a grounding automatic, firing against the
Shermans are going in. The AT gun. Are they an HE or AP? Oh, they're an AP. He's back for the
Frontal
Panther.
penetrations on the Panther. The Panther's having to reverse away.
Oh my god. Shermans, please.
Nice work there.
There's 2 mines on the right side outside their
Yeah.
base. Those look like the 2 riskiest mines ever. Those look like the ones that your own tank gets hit on.
Well, the thing is, like, I agree. I completely agree. But in a 1v1, they make so much sense because you're going to get flanked or something. But in a 2v2, you've got units all over the place. And the
I
more
guess it's
likely you're
stupid
going to
protection.
be... Yeah, I guess. Makes sense.
It's so risky though. Yeah, with this Panther driving over them.
Good shot there. T-34s. Sherman.
Momo has refreshed his infantry, he's got a lot of power, so you might put LMGs on him.
Allies using the A half track yet again. Fortunately for them, there's no Jagdpanzer to snipe it. Elsewhere in the east.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of Panther in this series. It's just a really underwhelming time for it now.
Yeah.
I'm a lot better off with the Jagdpanzer 4.
It's his rate of fire, in my opinion. I played with a Panther for the first time in a year recently, and I just found his rate of fire had been nerfed quite considerably. I'm not sure if I'm right.
So this really,
just felt like
it's a really awkward armor value as well, where it still gets penned by a lot of things pretty frequently.
So we now have a triple cap nearly invoked. Surely, if these first grenadiers can't storm forward, they're separating out, they're trying to flank, they're just pure brute forcing this MG into non-existence.
Who needs smoking and flanking?
I've always hated that. I've always hated that. Because I grew up with the old Co 1 MG42, which was just like, if you look it in the eye, it'll just suppress you.
Yeah.
And to me, it just doesn't feel right. You can't walk up to an MG and shoot it. No.
It's a 50 cal too. It's got like some of the best suppression values in the game. Still just...
It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Because there's so much medium cover and shit, I guess. But it's never felt truly right. So I know they're probably making, based on those surveys, they're probably making Co 3 right. I just hope they get MG's a bit beefed up, maybe a bit more flankable, but more, not maxing, I'm not saying maxing, I'm just saying like a nice...
more maxims, please.
Yeah, like a really nice cone of fire. I want 8-man squads as well, it's going to be great. Make MG's great again.
Stupid's already again.
Pretty
They
underwhelming
just
barrage.
can't kill them. Oh my god, that 120's on 20 kills right now. Both Stuka barrages dome the 120 and it still has 2 men.
What's this? We've already got one Katusha's got 3 kills. I didn't even realise it was on the battlefield. We're now getting another Katusha. Katusha high. No?
There's a
Nobody?
Jackson coming out too. So this Panther's just going to be even more useless soon.
Yeah. So, are you suggesting mildly there that you think the Allies have a better army composition?
I would definitely. I think making Panthers is almost always a bad idea.
Same to King Tigers, I guess. I think Jagdpanzer's alright set now for OKW.
Yeah, Jagdpanzers are really, really good. Gonna be used the like invisibility as well.
Yeah, Jagdpanzer's so good right now. Tusha, close range, Panzer Fusiliers. Oh, it was on the bits behind it. But never mind, it's still pretty cool.
Oh, it might get it for 3.
They're running into it. Third barrage.
Ooh.
Oh, that's juicy. That could have been so much worse.
Think of the racket.
Got Honey shouting attack, 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 attack in comments. I would like to officially echo those views. I want to see destruction. Give them chaos. Show them no mercy.
These 2 Maxims on the left just feel like the most non-Luvnest playstyle ever. Just kind of 2 AFK MGs have been there all game.
Yeah. Show Sully forces.
It's like budget Russian bunkers.
Yeah. Shall we? I think we should cast the Maxims for a bit. And they're still staying there. They're staying there! What's happening with the other Maxim? It's also staying in position. Where is it? Where's it gone? It's here! It's staying there as well. Incredible action. What's happening in the east? All out war!
Moving up on the right.
Shermans, Jacksons all pushing forward. Panther's been found out. Bounces a frontal shot off the Glacier's armour. Faust goes in. Shots happening. Panzer IV flanking. Needs to get the shots off on the Sherman. Got a traffic jam. Where's Patton when you need him? Oh, wombo comboed with the Faust there. Here come the P-47s.
P-47's going in. Oh. That's a dead Panzer IV.
And another.
And the Panther. Panther's the worst unit to have versus P-47s. High armor, low HP.
But meanwhile, all this is happening. We've also got the Maxims in the west. One of them's moving! Holy crap, Sully, one of the Maxims have just moved. This is incredible. Seriously, it's still moving, it's pushing forward. It's gone to the victory point in the centre. All that stuff that happened in the east, that was just completely docile and irrelevant. Right now, the Maxim's set up, and it's got its cone of fire facing the other machine gun. Barrage. That's a Stukas of Goose, that.
Like the Stukas are...
Oh, on the Maxim.
I was going to say the Stukas have been killing a lot of models, but not actually wiping stuff.
No.
Just got the Lieutenant.
Trisha returns fire?
They benefit so much from a JP4, and he's making another Panther.
Is he really? What can he do with them that he can't do with the JP4 on this map? Isn't this map JP4 City?
Yeah, I don't know.
Something just died.
I might just not like using Jack Panzer IVs. Every player has their own kind of things they like. I would feel like if I made a Panther and Sherman's penned it 2 times in a row, I'd just queue up a JP4 instantly.
Katusha opening up.
That Maxim on the left actually doesn't have sight on the Volk, so it's getting the VP capped.
Okay, that's the most underwhelming thing ever. I can't even joke about that now. That's just sad. Before it was a meme and we were having a laugh, but now it's just sad.
In a rage.
Like what the? Oh, there we go. It's been moved around by the T-34. It was a trap, a Maxim trap. Huge barrage in the centre. Guards tank.
Friendly fire.
Oh, was it? Guard nade misses. Panther Fusiliers march forward. Ober's capping. Sully and Stark looking strong all of a sudden. Meanwhile, the Maxim hashtag hide. Shot whistling over its head. Oh, Panther's rushing in.
Yeah,
against the Jackson.
No, they aren't.
Panther battle group, 1,000 manpower. I feel like it's utilised. Oh wait, that's a different game.
At the repair station though. I would quite like to see Stark get his repair station up too, because he's starting to reach the higher parts of the play. Okay. He has picked elite armor though, so maybe he wants to do Panthers with the heat shells. Maybe that's his thing.
Oh,
I think JP4 is still...
else though, so he's pretty much trapped there now. Signal relay reveals enemy vehicles on the mini-map. That's cool.
He was using that last game as well. That's one thing Stark and Sully seem to do, is they use these kind of utility abilities. Just give them bits of extra help.
Stalin, Olga's singing a symphony of destruction right now.
I've never seen so many Rackons die in a single game.
Isn't that what they do?
It kind of is, isn't it?
That's what they're built for.
Momo's army is looking tiny right now. The Stukas are just looking under.
It's almost like it's all put up with him now. He's played so well today, and
I think it's the double Stukas are just taking their toll.
Maybe. Oh, he's just stole the Raketenwerfer.
Oh,
Will he be able
got
to
it.
keep
So,
it?
yeah. He hasn't upgraded his powers either, so I'm guessing he's just on the P-47 hype train.
Possibly. Got assault artillery on this vital cut-off here.
Stuff's retreating through it as well.
Ooh. That is brutal, Major. I don't know what he's running that way for.
So close.
No realism. Oh,
That's only
Jesus.
2 of them. Oh, that were one-man panzers. I mean, Sully and Stark are getting back into this. They've been bleeding VPs for the last like 20 minutes, but they're finally looking like they're pulling ahead.
Wow.
Momo's sharp cap's down to 40, but he's
it's like an exact
10.
reverse of G3, isn't it, Sips?
Yeah, it is. I mean, the Panthers, to be fair, they've been chipping in. Still think a JP4.
The Amblo torch is out, and they paid for it. First Grenadiers down on the north side. They were trying to harvest the Zis in a BN move. At least they've got some more pop cap to use now.
Oh, he's put Zook on his. Oh, he picked up the Zook on his Paras. Okay. So he can't get Tommy's. Can't get an MG then.
God, this MG's tanking everything. Keeping the centre circle. What's happened to that bridge? They used to have walls and trees and everything. It's like a part of the moon now. Delayed grenade there from Snor. Maxim. Sorry.
Oh god, that's
a
hit. That Panthers.
Just had Mort vehicle and P-47.
That's
Oh,
a
Panther
Panther,
down with a
that's a
huge shot from the Jackson.
That one's marked and it's about to get strafed. It could go down.
Oh, it could
Oh,
indeed.
the GT. This is a bad time for the GT to arrive. Mid P-47 straight.
The Jagdtiger, 70 tons, the largest armoured fighting vehicle ever to see combat. It's a huge pyramid of destruction. It's angry. It's got its engine damaged. And now it's going to be a very stationary object.
Punished by his mines.
Oh, God. The same mines that we were talking about earlier now to predictably cause them conflict later on.
That absolutely always happens.
If only, you know, if only they could just sit back and watch their own game and make easy to make comments. It's so great casting. Like, wow.
The game's kind of turned on its head again.
Yeah.
Or at least it looks like it has. Although there's about 1 million Axis infantry units in base, so...
Wow, look at that. Could be Katusha's field day if they went for it there.
70 points. Triple cap. Need to get out of base quick. There's 3 TDs on the JT side, so he has to be careful with how close he gets.
He does. He needs to spot for it and keep them at range and just take them out one by one.
Been domed once by the SU. SU's about to take them back.
There he goes. He's got line of sight now for the Jagdtiger. Big shot in on the SU. A couple more and it'd be done for. Not going to happen though. Meanwhile, got these brave Guard Rifle infantry. Keeping the central for now until the Stuka. A great 25% only friendly fire modifier helping the first Grenadiers to just survive in their Stuka fire.
UTT. House. Trying his best. Oh,
He's trying his best indeed to get penetrated through the rear by the Jackson, then through the trees. Not quite sight block as they used to be, these trees.
Cells active. He wants to make use of them.
Jagdtiger's waiting though. Was it a trap? Was it an ambush?
Hit the wreck.
What? Attacks grounds and misses. That shot's going to go around the world probably. No drop off.
So a lot of the time when the JT comes out, you'll see people just switch to indirect and infantry and AT guns. Well, the double Stuka build makes that unviable. So I'm curious to see how they react to the GT being out. If they just try to do the mark strafe again.
The Jagdtiger's getting really far up now. Let's have a look at its
it is.
line of sight.
Is he using...
Huge bar on the center there.
The great thing about this build is you have the flares for your Stukas. I'm not sure if he's been using them much on the Panzer Fusiliers.
That's there. Flare, 45 munitions. Slow falling parachute. Genuinely didn't know that existed. Thanks, Sid. And that's because
like
I've never cast 2v2 really, especially these guys playing Sully and Stark. They use so many utilities you don't rarely.
This is just an age-old build. The breakthrough with the Stukas. Obviously, you'd never see N1v when you just lose in 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. 485, 25 kills, not bad. Elsewhere in the west, Maxim's being flanked by these Panzer Fusiliers. Here comes the Model 24. Maxim retreats, allowing them to stay in this thing.
I think
on
that's
34 victory points.
the first time that Maxim has moved like all game.
Yeah. No, I had to. Remember when it was
I had
out
to get
the,
there.
yeah, I had to move into the victory
there.
point once. And even then, they like got stitched because they haven't moved for so long, you know. 85, and that AA half track is still alive, 16 kills. Jagdtiger's not well, and the Panther haven't had much to do in the centre for a while.
He doesn't have the engine upgrade on his JT yet.
Oh no way!
It's probably not actually worth it, is it?
No, and plus he
It's
hasn't
still
had
a
the
slow
munitions.
as
He's
fuck
only got
either way.
24.
It's still just gonna like bumble along.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like it's almost as good as the Jagdtiger dispatch bulletin. Jagdtiger upgrade. Rushing into the centre circle. It's a killing match right now. Katusha roars into action.
Retreat through it. That's a dead ball.
He does. He's not retreating through it. He's tanking it, and he's paying the rewards of it, I guess? No? Ober's still alive. What are they doing? This is exactly what Sidolio advises against.
Not that far over. No, it dropped the MG. There's a para, and it dropped the MG. Catch it. Best small arm in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, I could call in Pathfinders and put it on the Pathfinders.
Oh, Stickers of Foos takes out the MG. They need to rush in. I can't believe they tried to tank that victory point. That's such a bad move. Jagdtiger's now being surrounded. P-47 coming in. This could be the death knell of the Axis team.
Oh, it's taking so much damage.
Bazooka shots coming in. Can't quite finish it off. Here comes the P-47 yet again. No. Oh, one huge shot from the Jackson.
Oh my god.
And the Panther could go down.
So much AT.
P-47 could finish off the Panther. Meanwhile, in the centre, Panther Fusilier is dying as they try and cap those points. Oh, one Panther goes down. Jackson's getting leery. Su-85 comes in to finish it off. Activates. Focus fire. Doesn't need it. Already dead. And that's Luvnest, the moment for show. Surely into round 3.
It's looking like it. I mean, that's just all the armor's gone. Only the 2 Stukas. I do have 70 kills. Yeah, I think JP4s were very needed this game. They're especially good versus P-47 as well because of the low profile, so they don't get hit as much as a lot of units do.
So we've got the Stukas and Fusis, by the way, are on 50 kills and 28 respectively. Yeah.
About 50 we might be about to go.
So I hate to call GG preemptively. I mean, 70 victory points certainly feels like it, but
yeah. I mean, one way of looking at it is Momo has 3 Jacksons that aren't going to do anything, and Luvnest has an Su-85 that's irrelevant.
What's he doing with this Stuka? Oh, he's misconnected. He's using
let's
the,
get that MG value. The Stuka
the
MG.
Yeah, the Stuka MG. What are, oh, they've thrown the game so bad with these squad plays on the victory points.
Yeah, that's a lot of bleed.
Everything just
I
seems
think
to happen at once.
JP4s would have done so much work on this map.
Oh, Katusha! Singing the song of the fat lady right now because it certainly seems over. Panzer Fusiliers going west.
Textures are just ruined. This is the ugliest map of all time right now.
Oh, it is, yeah. It's so low res when the craters fully envelop everything.
Oh, he's going after the Stukas. He's had enough.
He has had enough. This T-3485 has found the Stukas. Spat bang in the open. One is abandoned. Will he finish it off? Yes, he will, and he's going to reverse to safety. No more little trips to the central victory point anymore, Mr. Stuka.
Still getting his breakthrough value. Keeping him in the game on DPs. This is the second Luvnest T-34 that's absolutely just destroyed infantry. This one's on 40.
Absolutely. Jackson's hiding out in the west. They just need to finish the game off now, and it's all pretty much, unless they decide to somehow throw everything, which looks impossible. Tusha somehow misses what's in front of it. Not too sure how that's possible. They do have 2 victory points now. The slow bleed is engaged. They finish it off. They surely will do with the paratroopers. Stuka's opening up.
They have no way of getting the Catling T-34 off the VP. The Fausted to death to cap.
They physically can't cap it, yeah.
They
Wish
can't,
they
it's
get
impossible.
Katusha. Oh my god.
No, he's Fausting it.
They're playing like easy AI right now, you know. There you go. But regardless of my last statement, you cannot take anything away from Sully and Stark today. They have played out of their skins. They've had an amazing series. And GG, well played to all players involved.
Yeah, credit to Stark and Sully. I think they played differently to how most people have played so far. They seem to kind of have their own meta that they were using. I'm not too sure about the Panthers, but they started every game really, really well.
I honestly think it was
GG.
a complete revelation, wasn't it? That Stern Pioneer play was awesome, you know?
Yeah, well, everyone's been going austere for the Mortars and the Brumbar, but there's definitely merit in going this double Stern build. Because if you find a way to stay ahead, like, it's pretty brutal.
It absolutely is. And so just a quick thanks again to Sidolio for casting today. This is his Twitch channel. It's getting posted in chat right now. Go to his channel and follow him. So next time he plays 1v1 or 2v2, you can give him some love. Also, feel free to subscribe to him. You get some weird-ass emotes.